And we're going to wind this podcast back. Episode number 4, predictions. Very first time doing AEW predictions for a pay-per-view for Forbidden Door 2026. My friend Corn Dog, all the way over there. All the way over there.
We can't get in the Forbidden Door through.
So,
If only I could cross the Forbidden Door and end up in your
like
house.
𝐅𝐸𝐴 over here.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, it's the. How does he do? Is it? He's not on the show. Visa issues.
Aw, man.
Yep.
The door forbidden.
Crazy.
Are we having any other visa issues here other than...
We're hearing some, yeah. So we're recording this on a Thursday. Tony Khan's media call that he does going into the weekend of all his pay-per-views is up right now, and it looks like 𝐅𝐸𝐴𝐥𝐥𝐵, Gabe Kidd, Mark Davis. There may have been a couple of others mentioned, but a few different wrestlers dealing with visa issues, and so that's why some of them are not on the show. And perhaps one of the complaints for people have been the lack of international talent from your Stardoms, your New Japans, your CMLLs. Perhaps this is an explanation why we, maybe are missing more of those and getting a little bit more of an AEW centric Forbidden Door this year.
Yeah, because it seems like they haven't really announced much for the 0 hour that might, or the buy-in or whatever they call the pre-show for these shows.
I mean, yeah, now they have. I swear it was called 0 hour forever, but I think Double or Nothing was called the buy-in, and now they're bringing the buy-in for Forbidden Door. All right, you want me to just jump into these?
Yeah, let's get it right into the buy-in.
All right, let's we'll run through. I'm sure some of these matches quicker than others. Definitely on the buy-in.
So far, we only got one match announced for the buy-in. So if you're wondering why we're talking about the other matches.
Well, we do. We have two.
Oh, two?
Because now one of them, there's not an official graphic on AEW's website, but on the Collision tapings in New Mexico, Sky Blue announced that she will face Micah or Maka, however you say her name, from Stardom. And this will be on the buy-in Sunday as the final, the 6th and final qualifying match in the Survival of the Fittest match that's going to take place on Dynamite to crown a new TBS champion. I'm going to go with, again, I don't want to spend much time on it. I think Mako will win. Wednesday's in San Diego. I think you're getting this woman in from Stardom. You might as well keep her through the week. I don't think either woman, whoever does win this match, I don't have either winning the TBS championship. But I think Mako wins, and you get a win for Stardom.
I will also agree with you because Raven Han said if Micah loses, she will stop watching AEW. So they gotta have Michael win from Stardom.
Wow,
Big champ.
It's a huge name.
Yeah.
Don't lose.
Raven Han on Twitter.
Well, moving on then, we do have a title match on the buy-in. The Women's World Tag Team Championship is on the line, and it will. So it is not a 5-minute match like you and I were wondering about.
Thought they did something or
Wednesday, or was it? Yeah. So here we have Divine Dominion, the defending champions, against Thunder Rosa and Olympia from, I believe, CMLL. And there's really not much of a build to this. I think Thunder Rosa maybe made a call out on Collision. I'm sure people will enjoy seeing her back in the ring, but I don't think they're going to see her or Olympia win. I've got Divine Dominion retaining.
I would go the same route because you just have this throw together team. It's like, okay, you can have your 2 dominant tag team champs continue to be dominant, and it doesn't make Thunder Rosa look bad because she's like a singles woman, not a tag team. So
Yep. All right, so we're both in agreement here. Let's go to the main card. By the way, I do think that eventually they'll add it. I'm going to say at least one more match to the buy-in, but obviously when we're recording,
match.
What do you think? Who's coming out for what? You think Sting?
Boom!
Yeah.
I hope so.
No,
get
I
the
don't
Casco
think.
kids. The Rizzler.
They would have announced that by now. I don't think we're going to see Big Boom AJ walk through.
That sells tickets. That's the only reason why I went to Jersey.
Do you think you could have done a Forbidden Door match with like Big Boom AJ versus like Mr. Beast? Like
that would be Mr. Beast or I was gonna think about like any other wrestling like YouTubers. How about Chris Danker? You know, some dank
Simon
in the
Miller.
Yeah.
Simon Miller could have been a good one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that guy right there.
they should have done that. That actually is a good idea.
Shoot,
I'm sure he would have.
they should hire us. Give us a job here.
Yeah,
Just have us book the buy-in. You know what I'm saying,
yeah,
Tony? We'll help
that
you
would have
out.
been funny. That would have moved some tickets. There's always hope for Simon Miller at All In London.
All in
Um,
London, mate. What else should move tickets? What do you think on this match card is going to help them move tickets other than boom, boom?
double chocolate chunk cookie. Rizzler. All right. Well, don't expect to see them, but you never know. We'll keep our hopes up. We get to the main card, 9 matches. Let's start with the non-title matches. So we have a three-way tag team match. We're starting off with this. I also wouldn't be surprised if the pay-per-view actually started with this match. Uh, Feels like it could be a hot opener. Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson versus CMLL's Sky Team featuring Mystico and Master Dorado versus New Japan's Unbound Company. The masked individual on there is Titan, who we have seen in AEW before, as well as Shingo Tagaki.
They look like two very friendly guys, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so too. So this one, honestly, this does kind of fall under like a semi-unpredictable one for me. I think the Young Bucks are the heavy favorite. So I'm going to go with the Young Bucks, but I could see, just because Mystico's a big name, you do have AEW Grand Slam Mexico coming up in August. Like, I think there's a shot that Mystico and Mascara Dorado could win, because we've also talked about, like, you are going to want some of these other promotions to get some wins, and this feels like a match you could do that. But I don't know. My gut tells me the Young Bucks are going to win to get them closer to an eventual match with Cope and Cage.
I would also agree that would be seemingly the best option. It'd be cool if they want something predictable here, unpredictable. Mystico team winning, so you have Mystico and whoever his friend is versus Adam Copeland and Christian at whatever pay-per-view or Dynamite.
Or Dynamite, yeah.
Or Grand Slam Mexico. Shoot. I feel like nothing really big on the line, so you just have the Young Bucks one. The fans are going to be happy.
Yeah, Young Bucks are also from California, so.
Oh, they're winning this. They got unless FCR comes in or some shenanigans happens, Young Bucks are winning. Over.
All right. You and I remain 3 for 3 together. Our next non-title match, Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. Like I said, you look at like some of the matches that are booked on this card, like that three-way tag, for example. Is it one that there's a lot of hype and story? No. Could it be a match of the night? Absolutely. And this one could too. Kenny and Zack had a brief exchange on Dynamite. There was a video that was posted. It was like a backstage video on AEW's social media after with Zack Sabre Jr. talking. And it was funny because AEW, they launched it, so they approved it. But Zack's promo basically said, this Forbidden Door relationship feels pretty one-sided. And so it felt like it was almost a shoot. And he also talked about basically Kenny talking about his redemption, whatever. But maybe I could pursue an AEW championship at some point. So I think Zack Sabre Jr. building a little bit of suspense there. I think it'll be a great match, but realistically, I think Kenny Omega needs to win this. So I'm going Kenny Omega.
Yeah, because you're going to have to show redemption. Kenny Omega has been on top on the microphone here in these promo battles. I would also go the same route because whoever's going to win between Ospreay and Swerve or loses between that are going to, I feel like, go against Kenny.
Yeah. Yep. So I've got Kenny winning as well. All right, let's go to championships. We do have one title being defended from outside of AEW. That is the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, yeah.
From New Japan, it will be this came from basically a video with a challenge laid out on Collision recently. It'll be Pack of the Death Riders against the champion Shota Umino, who has previously competed on some Forbidden Door shows. Again, I think this is a match where there are some people that may be like, who is Shota Umino? I don't keep up with his New Japan
Mm.
work, but what I've seen from him in his 1 or 2 AEW appearances was really good. Pac is great in the ring. I think this is another one that will be a really good match, but I just can't see Pac winning a big title in New Japan right now. So I'll have Shota Umino retain.
This is where we finally, the curse is broken. We disagree. I'm gonna go with Pac from the Death Riders, just because Claudio won the CML championship, and who would have thought he would have won that? So I'm gonna go with Pac to win this. He's been losing title matches for a while now, or big matches in AEW. I feel like this is where you give a fresh boost of air for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship and give it on Pac. He doesn't need a long title reign. Just something to get the internet buzzing, and I feel like that will be one of the things the internet will be buzzing about it.
You know what? It would be surprising, but the point you made about Claudio is good. The other thing is too, though, I don't know what the name of the title is, unless Shota Umino just won it. But like, isn't Andrade a champion over there?
He might be like I don't. He is a champion, but I don't know. This is like the global.
Unless he lost it. Here, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Let's just see.
We have Google now. We just discovered Google and how to use working microphones.
A title in New Japan. Let's
But
see.
for me, there's like so many different titles in New Japan.
Oh, he was that champion. He was the IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. He lost the championship on June 14th to Shota Umino.
How do you know?
Does that change? Let me ask you this. So that would mean Shota Umino will be walking in as a 2-week reigning champion after dethroning an AEW guy.
That tells you how they feel about that the title.
I will allow you to rescind your prediction for Pac.
I'm keeping Pac.
I think it's
We're doing hot potato.
All right. Well,
hot potato. If you get the hot potato,
you know have a Death Rider winning this. I don't think he will in that match, but I do think a Death Rider will win this next one, and it is the leader of the Death Riders, the AEW Continental Championship. And again, this is another one that, from a story aspect, there's not a ton in here. They've done a couple of matches over those last 2 weeks. I think this could be a match of the night contender. Bandito, Ring of Honor World Champion, not putting his title on the line, against Jon Moxley for Jon Moxley's Continental Championship. I'll have Mox retain, but I did think about this for a little, and I was really wondering, like, okay, could Bandito like dethrone him? But then I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like the way they've built up Jon Moxley in this Continental Championship, I just have this vibe that like there's going to be a bigger payoff coming down the road. I honestly don't even like, I couldn't even predict who that's going to be. I don't think it's Bandito right now, but I think it'll be a great match. I've got Jon Moxley winning.
Yeah, I would also agree, because I feel like you have a show called AEW Redemption. Someone's got to get their redemption, and someone's going to beat Moxley at Redemption. That's what I'm predicting.
I think so.
He's going to lose the title at Redemption, so he's going to keep the title tonight.
Interesting.
Forbidden Door, not tonight, but whenever you watch this.
I mean, I think he hopes to keep it tonight as well, before the pay-per-view. All right, yeah, bold claim there. We'll have to revisit that. Another championship match, and another one where I do not see the title changing hands. In fact, I don't see a single title change on this show. Cope and Cage defend the AEW World Tag Team Championship against the Dogs. And I think this has been a nice little program that started right after Double or Nothing on that Dynamite. David Finlay and Clark Connors are a fun team, but I don't think they'll win the titles right now. Cope and Cage, this is probably their last tag team title reign, maybe ever, before they both go off into the sunset. I just don't see it ending here. These guys, to me, are bringing those belts to Wembley Stadium at All In. They're retaining here.
Yeah, I would agree. They're going all the way, all in to Wembley. And curious about they got plenty of talent in AEW with the tag team division, so anyone knows who could be facing them next. Maybe the Young Bucks, maybe a new team coming to AEW of new team.
And then will they be and new? Hashtag and new?
And the new team day.
So I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but I look at the main card. I'm not looking at the buy-in right now.
Yeah.
And story-wise, again, they've promoted this. I actually think you could argue it's been one of the more consistently promoted matches. But in terms of what I expect in-ring quality on the main card of this show, I think there's a possibility this could, and watch this blow up in my face, but I think there's a possibility in ring this could end up being the worst match of the night. And I'm not saying it will be a bad match, but we know the standard and the degree of AEW shows and the quality of the wrestling. I don't know. I could see this being in ring wise a low point on the card, and that feels kind of crazy to say given who's in the match.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like the dogs can hang and help Cope and Christian out, but at the same time, this is they're the oldest people on this entire card, if I look at it correctly. So just these two have so much ring experience.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into our last proper championship. Technically, they're the Owen Hart finals, but we'll jump into them.
We should do that before we go to the world title.
No.
Or you want to do that one last?
Let's do. Well, you know why? Because AEW is pushing it as a triple main event. So they're saying the triple main event is the Cage and the two Owens. So let's abide by that. But our only singles, well, that's not true. Global heavyweight, I guess, is a world title. But for AEW, they will have the women's world championship on the line. Tekla defending against Stardom's Starlight Kid. I think Tekla's done a really good job over the last few weeks at basically self-promoting this match, because it's felt more like Tekla versus Stardom than it has Tekla versus Starlight Kid. I've really enjoyed it. I think Tekla is winning. Similar to what I just said about Cope and Cage, I think Tekla is destined to take this Women's World Championship to All In at Wembley.
I feel like she's also going to win, but I feel like they're going to do something where she cheats to win, and she's going to get toxic. She's going to spray looks like she has a white mask here, this Starlight Kid. So she's going to do some toxic tactics here. I think it's going to be an entertaining match, probably the best women's match on the card.
It could be. I'll be interested with the other one. Let me ask you this. You said that she could do some nefarious acts. Do you see her doing it, or do you see the what is it called, the Triangle of Madness or whatever? Because you talked about the white mask. I think Julia Hart has been doing this spraying of the mist. So I wonder if she would maybe get involved. Do you see that, or do you think Tekla, even if Tekla cheats, do you think Tekla straight up wins in the one-on-one or outside interference?
I feel like if they want to make it to have a good way to keep Starlight Kid strong, you do a miss to the face. Referee's distracted. Tekla with the title. Hits her in the head with the title. 1, 2, 3. Classic.
Yeah.
Heel finish.
I could see that. I don't think that would be a bad idea. So, all right, we both have Tekla. Okay. Now, let's go into the triple main event beginning. We'll stay with the women. And we will go to the Women's Owen Hart final. For a second straight year, Mercedes Moné is in the finals of the tournament. Last year, she beat Jamie Hayter, which actually opened Double or Nothing. Yeah, CEO. And the two finalists in the Women's Owen Hart tournament this year were not on the initial bracket for this tournament. And I think we all thought that when Mercedes got announced as the wild card, and beat Alex Windsor, that she'd probably make it to the finals. I don't think when we saw Maya World replace Suri that she
Mm,
would make it. But here she
yeah.
is, Mercedes Moné, Maya World. Winner will go on to All in London to compete and challenge for the women's world title. And I want you to give me your prediction first.
I'm gonna go with it's hard to to say this. I'm gonna go with Maya World. It feels like that would feel good story. She won. She's doing it for her fallen family member. I feel like if you want to go all the way in on the story, just go all in with her. Make a star. Make her. You're gonna be a star, kid. Hear
Yeah,
that,
Johnny East.
Grass? You can make her a star, kid. I remember when I was a star back at Stardom, back in New Japan.
People. I had people power.
And they loved it. So I feel like they're gonna make a new star. If they don't make a new star in my world, have her win, then they're not doing a bad decision. It's Mercedes money, so it's a win-win for me. But
I agree with you. I've looked at this and I honestly think this match is one of, if not the hardest match to predict on this main card. Um, Credit AEW for that. What I look at is, and you're right, I don't think there's a bad option. If you go with the safe option of Mercedes Moné, you have presumably her versus Tekla. These are probably the two hottest women in your active women's roster right now, with the likes of Toni Storm being out due to injury. Um, and that would be great. My thing is, Mercedes to me does not, like, if you do Mercedes Tekla, I just don't think it makes sense to have two heels go, and you could change. Mercedes could go face, Tekla could go face. I think
yeah.
Mercedes would be better to go face if you go that route. But like, what I see is Mercedes Moné can be prominently featured at All In. Maybe it's getting the TBS championship back from whoever wins in the survival of the fittest. I think Mercedes losing this does not hurt her. And maybe it doesn't even hurt Maya World, because at the end of the day, she's just gotten over right now. But
Yeah,
I
this could
like,
be a good, like how Swerve was trying to go for the championship. He was the underdog and trying to fight and crawl. He kept on losing, and eventually, now he's Swerve Strickland, a former AEW World Champion. This could be Maya World's long-term story with her. If AEW wants to do long-term story, this is how you do it.
I agree. And you know what? It fell into their lap, James. But to me, this is a really, like, this is a fun thing to do. Like, you have the opportunity to build something that kind of came out of nothing. And I agree with you, man. I love the story. I won't be mad if Mercedes wins. And I think Mercedes could be the favorite, but I like an underdog story. And yeah, you and I are aligned there. Maya World will win
My
Women's
world,
AEW.
my
My
world.
world, just in time for the TNA Dark Side of the Ring episode in July.
Oh, nice. Can't wait to
So
watch that.
upset victory there. And like I said, either person could win. I would be upset if Swerve defeats Will Ospreay in the men's Owen Hart final. First of all, I'll say I also want this match to go on last. I want it to go on
Oh,
last. I
yeah.
don't think it will. I think they'll put the cage on last. But Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland in, I guess, part 2 of our 3-part main eventer here. Where's the graphic? I don't see the graphic
Oh,
up.
sorry. I was looking at the website here. I was in Make Believe Fantasy Warfare.
There it
Thinking
is.
about.
Osprey's got to finish. He's got to get the opportunity to kick the game-winning goal at Wembley Stadium, right? I just this
Goal.
was the most predictable tournament from who would win to the finals. It'll be a great match. I think it could again be a match of the night. But I mean, we're in agreement, right? Will Ospreay needs to win.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Will Ospreay, but I feel like if this is WWE, they have AEW Redemption coming up. You have Swerve win, and then you have Will Ospreay go, I want a rematch, win, and then they just do the rematch. They do the same match for the same stipulation again at Redemption. But that's WWE, but this is AEW, so we're gonna have a clear cut winner.
You have to.
And I feel like potentially I hope we see Swerve Strickland versus Kenny.
Versus who?
Kenny,
Again?
Swerve Kenny at a Redemption.
Think Hangman
Because
comes back?
Swerve won, right? That match?
Swerve and Kenny each won one. You're right. They
So
should
they get that
technically do a
redemption,
third
get the
match.
best of 3. So
So you don't have Kenny going on to face MJF for the world title at Redemption?
I don't think so, because we're gonna talk about more about that with our main event.
All right. Well, either way, we have Will Ospreay winning, and yeah, let's go to our main event. It is Team MJF versus Team Mark Briscoe in a 12-person cage match. And if Mark Briscoe's team wins, then Briscoe will have a shot at the AEW World Championship, a future shot. So let's see, as you try to get the graphic up,
I got this right here.
I'm gonna see if I can. I was just gonna see, as you're trying to pull this up, I'm gonna see if I can. There it is. All right, so let's just first clarify. So on Team Briscoe, we have Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Darby Allin, and Konosuke Takeshita versus Team MJF, consisting of obviously MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Kazuchika Okada, Jake Doyle, and who's the last one?
Did you say El Idolo?
Andrade El Idolo, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so who do you got winning?
Well, they're doing a very good job at having this heat between El Idolo and MJF. I think El Idolo's gonna cost MJF. They're not working as a unified unit. You've seen how they seen that T-shirt online. Okada's like, Kyle Fletcher doesn't like that T-shirt. He's like, where am I? I'm not in it. Team Don, yeah, they are not unified. They're not a good family here. They're not a good team. You can't buy your friends, but you can buy your teammates. But I don't think you need teammates. You need a family here. I feel like you have that with the Mark family here. So I'm going to go with Mark Briscoe here. And then they're going to go on to have that match at Redemption. And Mark Briscoe's going to win it all. He's going to go on to win. The boy that had a dream.
No.
No.
I agree with you literally to the T in terms of how this match will be. I think Andrade will have an opportunity to save MJF and will elect not to. And I think that will lead to Mark Briscoe pinning MJF to get the win here. I think their title match will come up at Beach Break. I think it'll be 2 weeks from now on Dynamite, because I think it's a Dynamite kind of main event, not a pay-per-view main event. I think it would be, but if you look again, since Double or Nothing, since MJF's championship celebration, Mark Briscoe has been there. You cannot have Briscoe get pushed for a month to have a potential world title match and then not get the world title match. Like it feels like counterproductive booking. So MJF's team will lose. Briscoe will get a title shot. Briscoe will pin MJF in this match. And I think that'll be how we wrap Forbidden Door, which overall, like I said, I think overall the build, again, Sunday, June 28th, SAP Center, San Jose, California. I think the build for this show has been mixed, but I think the quality of the show will deliver.
Yeah, that's the good thing with AEW. If they have a bad go-home show on the pay-per-view, it's like they did good everything going up to it, and then they're going up to do a dunk, and then they just trip and fall, but the ball bounces, and it goes in the hoop, and they score at the pay-per-view. So,
yeah.
We're gonna... Any final words?
I hope that, I hope that Night of, as crazy as it sounds, will review Forbidden Door. I also think our Forbidden Door review will be much longer than this, but for the sake of time, we'll be efficient here. But yeah, no, I mean, I think
a 10-minute review here for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I mean, we'll breeze by the buy-in, I'm thinking, but yeah, like I said, I think there are a couple of unpredictable matches. Like I have Moxley winning, I have the Young Bucks winning, I have Maya World winning, but I think all three of those matches, there's a possibility that the other person could win or the other team could win. Even on the buy-in, for what it's worth, like I have Micah winning, Sky Blue could beat her. I mean, it could happen. So I'm looking forward to the show because I know that the pay-per-views are going to deliver, and we're going to have a fun time in a party chatting it up, and then we'll be here to talk about it.
I feel like one more prediction. what's going to be your favorite match and or least favorite match on this card?
Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland will be the match of the night. And I said it earlier. I think Cope and Cage versus the Dogs.
Yeah, I would go with that one as the least one because they're just so old. It's just so old. They're gonna get gassed out. It's gonna be good. You're gonna see some spears. Spear.
True.
But
Yeah,
I feel
maybe that'll. I don't know. Maybe that'll open the show too because you get the hot crowd with like Adam Copeland's music and whatnot. What do you think?
I feel like it's easy to just say Kenny. I feel like the Kenny match, but the sleeper match is going to be the Pac match because Pac always does some crazy. Yeah, that's going to be sleeper.
Yeah, dude, that's how I feel about Bandito and Moxley. Like, I think more and more people are understanding like Bandito can go in the ring, man. I don't know. We'll see. I also, you know what?
Yeah.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention
for a sleeper. Watch Mercedes in My World end up being really good.
True. 7 stars, Dave Meltzer. Book it.
Well,
speaking of booking, I'm going to book my ass out of this Zoom call. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. You think he'll break the forbidden door? It's not the forbidden door, it's the forbidden glass. And it shatters.
So, forbidden door. We'll see you there at 1 a.m.